Hello everyone. Welcome to the stream. Oh, MJ. MJ Nation is first. Man, I really hate the weekdays. Terrible. I have a feeling you're going to be the only one in here, MJ. Two watching. Maybe it's Reed. Still got the picture of me above your bed, of course. Yep. Ridge stalling again, yeah. It says there's 3 people in here. I don't know what it is with that. I don't know why people come to the stream but like don't talk, you know? Thomas Paskin, how's it going, man? Sorry, I didn't mean to do that, Thomas. I clicked the wrong thing. Again, sorry, Thomas. I meant to go to channel, but you could try saying something again, see if that'll work. But yeah, sorry about that. Are you able to talk, Thomas? I don't. Is he still timed out or what? Anyways, crap. I don't know. Yeah, I did notice Thomas had a Trivium playlist. Breaking Benjamin, Adept. I haven't listened to them in ages, man. Yeah, I mean, I unhit Thomas, so he should be back. He should be able to speak. We got 6 people in here. What's the deal? 6 people and only 2 watching or 2 chatting. There. Oh, Silent Death. Okay. Yeah, Sever the Hand by Trivium is my favorite song from The Sin in the Sentence. Nice. Yeah, that's a good song. It's pretty underrated, too. Didn't they just release a music video for The Wretchedness Inside? Or The Wretched, whatever it's called? The Revanchist? Yeah, that is an underrated song. Yeah, they did? That's what I thought. But yeah, Thomas, sorry about the sorry about the hiding you from the channel. I actually I meant to go to your channel, but I don't know. I've been listening to Metallica a lot recently. Dude, same here. I've been No Remorse is a song that I've been coming back to a lot. I saw the music video, nothing mind blowing but pretty cool. Yeah, that's from what it seems, I could probably agree. Phantom Lord is so underrated. It is. You know what else is underrated? Enter Sandman. Just kidding. Who have I been listening to lately? Led Zeppelin. I've been digging some old Trivium lately. No shame in saying that. Yep. Yeah, this year it is. It is the 10th anniversary of Shogun. I've been thinking about rebuying Shogun actually, because my copy of Shogun's a little weird. Because like it doesn't have the track listing in the back, and it doesn't have the band name on the front of it for some reason. I mean, I got a really weird copy of Shogun, so it's an album I'm considering rebuying. Shogun poster, yeah. Yeah, I think it was the deluxe edition, which is good because that means, at least I would hope, that the standard edition is cheaper because that is usually the case with most bands. You've been listening to All That Remains in Death a lot. Smart choices. Can't go wrong with them. You have the standard edition? Yeah. Surprisingly, I don't know, the standard edition just seems like it's, like, I think if I had, like, everything that came with the deluxe edition, I would feel better about it. Because I have this feeling that my copy came with some kind of sleeve or something. But yeah, probably be picking up the standard edition. I think I have seen it at my exchange store, so. And I think I am going there this Saturday. I think I'm going to stop by. Yeah, it does come with a sleeve, I think, yeah. Isn't there isn't there an edition of Ascendancy that comes with a sleeve? I think that looks really cool. I would like to own that version of Ascendancy. I think it's a special edition or something. Just don't go broke, yeah. I'm working again, so I have work tomorrow. Speaking of which, it's a deluxe edition. Yeah. You know what other album I thought about re-buying is Iron Maiden's Fear of the Dark. And the reason for that is because I have the original edition, like the original pressing, and I wanted to, I thought about rebuying the enhanced copy because it just doesn't seem like it matches my Iron Maiden CD collection, if that makes any sense. I think Trivium released a reissue of Ascendancy on vinyl. That's interesting. Okay, understandable. Yeah, but I can't make any promises about that since I have the album and it sounds good and everything. It's in good condition and everything. It's just I don't know. Maybe someday though. Oh. You have all original except for the albums with Paul. Huh. Man, the original pressings with Paul must be like a crap load of money. I'm still excited about Trivium's new album next year in 2019. Same here, man. I mean, I don't know who isn't excited. Ravan's probably not excited. I'm really surprised he can't get into Trivium because they do kind of seem like a band that would be up his alley. Like I know he likes bands like August Burns Red, Demon Hunter, and As I Lay Dying, but for some reason Trivium just doesn't do it for him. then again, I have to take in consideration there were like I never really dug Trivium at first listen. The first song I ever heard from them was Ember 2 Inferno, the title track, and I never thought that they were bad or anything. I just thought, you know, he likes Christian metalcore, not regular metalcore, I guess, maybe. I don't know, because he likes satanic black metal. Your first Trivium Strong was Strife. Strife is actually a good song. As mainstream and as popular as it is, I like it. It's beyond oblivion. So you're a new fan. No judging, because I didn't become a fan till last year as well. Yeah, I think I bought my first Trivium album in like August of 2017, which was Ember 2 Inferno. So yeah, it was. So I guess you could say I did get into them before The Sin and the Sentence came out. And even when The Sin and the Sentence came out, I'm gonna be honest, but I wasn't too crazy about it at first. But it's really grown on me, and especially considering their last couple of albums. I mean, Sin and the Sentence has to be like what their best album since Shogun, probably. You got addicted to their music, yeah. I'm not really what you call addicted to Trivium's music, but I do like them a lot. It's just good to see that that Trivium is creating music with good replay value. Because like with a lot of newer releases, like there's a lot of bands that just haven't been having much replay value. Their song Ascendancy convinced me that they were a band worth continuing to dive into for me. Interesting. Yeah, I like that song too. Here's an interesting question that I've been kind of debating on, and it's a question that that involves Iron Maiden. But it's really hard to establish which album is better. No Prayer for the Dying or Fear of the Dark. I mean, I go back and forth on that because it's hard to decide. I mean, both albums have excellent songs, so. And they're both underrated for sure. You go with Fear of the Dark. Yeah, because if you think about it, Fear of the Dark, It's got it's got Be Quick or Be Dead, Wasting Love, Judas Be My Guide, the title track, Fear of the Dark. Fear of the Dark, but my favorite Iron Maiden album is The Number of the Beast. That's cool. We know your favorite is Seventh Son, MJ. I think I was thinking about it. I think I know the reason why Seventh Son is your favorite is because I know you like progressive metal a lot, and I think that's the closest where Iron Maiden got to progressive metal, if it isn't even already a progressive metal album. Childhood's End, good song, man. That is part of it, but I feel like they were at that peak in terms of songwriting and creativity. Yeah, that's true. Dude, I'm still shocked about Kyle Pavone's death from We Came as Romans. I know, dude. When I first heard about that, that was so unexpected. Then again, look at Chester Bennington from Linkin Park. I remember that happened. Yeah, it really. I mean, We Came as Romans was. I don't want to say one of the most important bands for me, but they were like I just remember there was a point in my life where I was really heavily into them. Yeah, you know what's funny? Ever since his passing, I felt like what was their latest album? Cold Like War. Like that album, it had such like an eerie vibe to it. I feel like that was something I've always felt about the album. Like I thought this is very dark sounding. Like I was thinking like if there was the I mean, as upsetting as it is that Kyle was gone, he couldn't have ended his career with a better album, I think. Because Cold Like War, it's an album that it was an album that I only thought was okay, but I actually do return to some of the songs. I mean, Vultures with Clip Wings, that's like one of the best songs they've ever done, I think. I don't know how you guys feel. Yeah, I know you're not a fan, MJ. They don't seem like a band that you would be into. I used to love them a lot back in the day, though. Back in my, when I mean back in the day, I mean like my first year of college. Someone left a. Oh no! What did they say? Ugh. I tell you what, man. People are ignorant. His clean vocals, his clean voice sounds so good. Yeah. He had a pretty unique voice. Like, he had one of those voices where if you were to hear it, you would know it's him. However, I don't know how many of you guys are familiar with the band Under Oath. Not really a band I'm super duper fond of, but there is there's a couple of their songs that I do like. And this one song by them actually, he sounds like Kyle Pavone in the vocals. I never realized how much the vocalist sounded like Kyle Pavone. I can't remember what they said at the top of my head. He said, "Stop trying to be special." I don't know what to say about that. Interesting, though. Yeah, that was a crazy thing. What happened to Kyle? Because I didn't even know that he was even in the hospital. I didn't even because to my knowledge, he was like in the hospital like a week before he passed away. Always some salty 21 Pilots fan who can't handle an opinion, I guess. Yeah, 21 Pilots. Definitely not a band for me. Hey, hey, Silent Death. I'm not going to bother asking MJ because I already know his answer to this, but you don't happen to be a fan of Demon Hunter or Knives, do you? I was just wondering because we're supposed to be getting a new album this year, but it's probably not going to come out this year if we're going to be honest. I like them. I'm not that big of a fan of Demon Hunter. I've listened. Oh, you've never listened to them before? Hmm. Well, Knives is the side project from the from Demon Hunter frontman. They they're not metal or anything. They're like more like electro. It's like an electronic side project. I know there's a lot of people that aren't too fond of that, but it is what it is. You're not a big fan of electronic music. Irvan, stop spamming the stream. Same, yeah. Yeah, Ravan's something else. I know that Ravan openly admits that he's all about, like, he doesn't care as much about the history of a band as long as they sound cool to them. Um, and his definition of cool is like overproduced, has to have atmosphere, has to have electronics, and it's basically got to sound like a soundtrack for him to enjoy. Yeah, you remember that? Yeah, pretty pathetic. Then again, I used to be that person too. Explains why I was into Starset for like a year. Man, yeah, I was just thinking like last year, I needed music with atmosphere. I mean, I hardly ever even listen to Breaking Benjamin. I listen to really heavy music now. Yeah, unfortunately, there are some people that haven't gotten that memo yet. Cough, cough, Ridge. Cough, cough. Yep. That's the truth. I'm so glad you feel the same way, Silent Death, because I don't know what it is. Like, they're a band that I respect and everything, but their fan base is really something else. Like, I don't know why people go around acting like that they're like the greatest band that's ever walked the planet. You listen to rock and metal equally. I probably listen to metal more, but I will listen to rock here and there. Like just recently, I was listening to Led Zeppelin. So our total kissers, pretty much. I don't know how you guys feel about Ember, but it it really didn't do well with age. Still a good album, and still better than Dark Before Dawn, but it didn't age as good as a lot of the albums this year. I just don't feel like this year just hasn't that. It just didn't really feel like that good of a year for music. I don't know what it is. Like, I felt like Judas Priest's album Firepower was really the only thing that I was like, that makes me go, wow, you know? Down, Torn Into, and Red Cold River. Nice. Yep. Ravan's review for Firepower was interesting. You know, but yeah, songs like Save Yourself, Close Your Eyes, Dark of You are not sticking with me. Yeah, me either. Especially Dark of You. There's a lot of people that give that song a lot of praise, and I will admit that it is cool that Breaking Benjamin tried something different. But I just felt the way that it was done. I don't know what it is about that song, but it gave me sort of a, I don't know, the pace was just too boring, or I don't know what it is about it that just didn't work with me. And it's crazy because I was actually very looking forward to hearing that song. I thought it would be like the best song on the album. His reviewing skills 10 out of 10. You like Breaking Benjamin, but I'm not one of those fans that crazy about them. Yeah, me either. I mean, Breaking Benjamin. I mean, if it wasn't for them, I don't know. Like, they were like one of the first bands I was ever into. So definitely respect for them. I praised Dark of You when it first came out, but the staying power was not very strong. Yeah, but yeah, Ravan's review. You know why I kind of you know why I kind of think maybe he has a hard time getting into classic metal, like Iron Maiden and Judas Priest and all these bands, is because I know that his two favorite bands are bands with a ton of atmosphere, which are Insomnium and Red. And what I think is, I think he's trying to get a similar vibe out of these classic bands. But here's the thing, you can't go into these classic bands, with expectations that high. Like, you can't listen to a band like Megadeth or something and, I don't know, like feel like try to get a similar vibe that you would get from Red or something. That's just not going to happen. But what I will say is this: create a new taste. Like I'd say, develop a new taste. Like create a taste. Like, you don't have to have atmosphere in music in order to enjoy it. Outsider by 3 Days Grace has been strong in staying power too, but there's some songs I going back to here and there. Yeah. Um, Outsider is pretty good, but whenever I get around to my albums of the year list, it'll most likely be somewhere towards the bottom. So, but yeah, I don't know how you guys feel about the whole classic metal thing. Me Against You is a guilty pleasure. Sorry. It's all good. But yeah, you can't go into some of these classic bands because, like he admitted before, he's only into music that sounds cool. And I think like these classic bands just don't have enough experimentation. They're not overproduced. They're not like they don't use orchestral elements like bands like Red do and Insomnium. But like I said before, you can't go into these bands trying to find that similar vibe because that's not what these bands are going for. And sometimes it does come with appreciation. Like, even if you think the music is trash, I think if somebody stripped their mindset away from how they hear it initially, like if they listen to a classic band with ears of someone who just listened to Insomnium, I would imagine it would be a lot harder. But I feel like one of the main things that can make someone enjoy these bands is actually the history. You know, like if you like know the history and had the mindset like, hey, when it was the '80s, this this was the thing that metalheads would go to. You know, this was the Insomnium of the '80s. So yeah, you should go into with expectations, unless you've done research on them, maybe. Yeah, Nothing to Lose But You is underrated. Yeah, I actually agree. I always thought that was a good song, MJ. I guess Silent Death left us here. I don't know if you're still there, man. Love Me or Leave Me was weird but not bad, though. I don't really remember that song. Guess so. Yeah, he's not talking. Yeah, they are pretty average. You know what I'm wondering? I'm wondering why Rockin' Jonathan hasn't posted anything in 5 months. That scream at the end of The Abyss was pretty cool, though. Yeah. I mean, God, Rockin' Jonathan, I get that people get busy, but man, 5 months? You couldn't just upload like an update video like, hey, I'm sorry, I'm busy with college or whatever? The New Reel, I think, is underrated. Yeah, I think it's pretty decent. Like I said, Outsider is not really an album I return to that much, but it does have some solid stuff. And it's grown up to be my favorite album with Matt Walsh on vocals. Feeding the Machine hasn't uploaded anything in a while too. That is true. That is true. What that last video he did was like his what was it like? His like some kind of speculation about 2019 albums or something like that. Or I think it was like a wish list or something. I don't know. But yeah, we should I might ask him when he's gonna upload again. You prefer Human? Interesting. Outsider had better songwriting, but not by much. Yeah, I mean, Humans had some good stuff. Fallen Angel. I like that song. I like that song. I liked Nothing's Fair in Love and War. So underrated. The End is Not the Answer. Another great track. Yeah, the lyrics do need improvement. Landmine and So What I liked. Yeah, those are some good ones. I don't know. Even though I thought Outsider was pretty good, there's still many things about it that I look at it and I think lazy. You know, look at the songwriting, especially in what was it, the title track? Oh no, it was I Am an Outsider. Um, there were some other songs that have had pretty generic, uncreative lyrics. Yeah, Car Crash. Yeah, I agree. But I think about the Outsider artwork too. Like even the artwork, super lazy, super lazy. Yeah, but we just have to face the reality that this is the 3 days grace that we're stuck with now. They're never gonna get as good. Like they're never gonna recapture what they did when they had Adam in the band. Like we'll never get an album like One X again. Oh, there you are, Silent Death. I'm not gonna say that the artwork is terrible, but I it definitely has lazy written all over it. Like you could literally draw it. I mean, you could literally draw the album cover. You shouldn't have to be able to draw an album cover that easily. That's just how I see it. Understandable. I made the artwork for the album. I'll try to do better next time. You better do better next time. But yeah, we probably won't get another 3 Days Grace album until 2021. Yeah, not till 2021 because they release a new album like what every 3 years. Yeah, that's not good. That is not good. It does make you wonder where they'll go with the next album, though. Like, are they going to actually improve, or are they going to get worse? Your favorite album cover by 3 Days Grace is "Life Starts Now." I actually might agree with that. Your dog is losing it right now. Not sure why. I wouldn't know either. So let's 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 have a chat about underrated songs by great bands. One song I got on my mind. This is actually a song I've been coming back to as of recent. And that is "Bite the Pain" by Death from Sound of Perseverance. Say again. "Bite the Pain" by Death. I think that's what it's called. Yes, that is what it's called. Can't remember much about it at the moment. Yeah, you know what's funny? Whenever I do listen to Death, Sound of Perseverance is like one of those albums that I just skip most of the time. Like I don't know why people say that's their best. I don't see it. Same here, yeah. I think it depends on the vocal delivery too. Like some people prefer like the high pitched screams that are within Death's later work, and there are some people that prefer like the more thrashier old school side. I actually do. I'm kind of in the middle. Like I like albums like Individual Thought Patterns and Symbolic, like Silent Death said. Leprosy and Individual Thought Patterns are your favorites. Nice. Scream Bloody Gore. From what I heard from it, I like. I need to collect the rest of the Death discography. Symbolic in close second. Nice. You can't forget about Human though. Human is a really underrated. Really underrated Death album. It may sound a little biased. I do have sort of a biased opinion about Human because it was my first Death album. Pillars of Serpents is underrated Trivium song. I agree. Yeah, I'll probably end up picking up Spiritual Healing by Death. Their first Death album was either Leprosy or Symbolic. Interesting. Yeah, there's a lot of underrated stuff from Ember to Inferno. You know, not that I don't like Trivium's new stuff, because I love The Sin in the Sentence. I mean, it's a fantastic album, but it just really makes me mad that like a lot of these bands, like even bands like All That Remains, even like they take this like radio friendly sound, and it's those albums that are getting the more recognition. And I feel like because of that, it's what's making these bands' previous work so underrated. Insurrection is underrated. Yeah, definitely. Underrated is underrated. You're not wrong there. Rise Above the Tides. What album is that from? Because it doesn't sound familiar. I'm looking real quick. Okay, it must be on Silence in the Snow, yeah. Because I'm not seeing it in my library. Dead and Gone, Breathe in the Flames, underrated from Silence in the Snow album. Cool. I'll probably end up picking up Silence in the Snow, even though it is my least favorite Trivium album. Because I do want to complete the collection. Or, the whole discography, because that's the only album by them I don't have yet. Pull Me from the Void is another underrated song on that album. Interesting. Man, I can't tell you the last time I listened to anything from Silence in the Snow. I think the last time I ever listened to anything from that album was when I was trying to get into the band. And that was why I had such a hard time getting into them. Your least favorite is Ember to Inferno? It's whatever. Really? You even put the Crusade in front of it? in front of it. That's crazy. Because I think the Crusade is actually the weakest of their thrash era. But still really good. I mean, I can't say that Trivium has ever had a bad album. Yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, it's got Anthem on it and To the Rats. Some good stuff on that album. Either In Waves of the Crusade. Yeah. Besides Silence in the Snow, I would probably agree. Tread the Floods. Yeah. Yeah, Trivium's thrashier side was interesting. Stick our ties that blind, forsake not the dream. Yes. I mean, N Waves has some good stuff on it too, though. Like those two songs. I remember Cover Killer Nation's review of that album. That was funny. Still happy that I got that Sin in the Sentence box set. Pretty nice. Yeah, I think for Trivium's new album next year, I'm gonna try to get like a bundle for it. Obviously, it would depend on the price. Although, when Demon Hunter's last album was coming out, I spent like nearly $100 on all the bundles that I got with it. I think Shattering the Skies Above is another underrated song from them too. Yes. If there is a box set or a bundle for the new Trivium album, I'll get it. Yeah, same here. I was about to say I'm gonna need a new shelf, but I'd be lying because it's not that I don't have room. It's just I have so much stuff on my shelf. Shattering Skies was above was actually on the soundtrack for the game God of War 3. Nice. Billy's review of the new Disturbed song, "A Reason to Fight," was funny. Yeah, that was funny. I wish Billy would join these streams. Billy, you and I would have a good time. Definitely. I wonder what happened to Rocking with Robbie. That is a good question. He's one of those people that just he he just comes and goes. Like one point he'll stop uploading for like a few months, then he'll come back with a bunch of videos, then he'll leave again, not be back for months later. It's crazy how many subscribers he's gotten though, considering his channel's um, not even like 5 years or 3 years old. Like I think he's going on his second year on his channel only, which is crazy. Or he's almost done with his second year. I'm kind of jealous because I've been around for like I'm going on 4 years on this channel. Then again, I'd probably get a lot of subscribers if I praised Breaking Benjamin nonstop. Then again, he's older than us, so it might be awkward. Well, dude, remember what I told you in the chat? I'm mostly friends with people that are like 10 years older than me anyway. So the interesting thing is that he's a really big fan of Breaking Benjamin. Why is that interesting? I mean, the only thing I can really see is that I don't know. I don't at his because I think Rocking with Robbie is older than all of us, and I think at his age he no Breaking Benjamin favorite band no no nope. Because Breaking Benjamin does seem like he has a Breaking Benjamin tattoo on his arm. Yeah, I could never get a band tattoo because like I just think like what if you don't become like what if you're not a fan of that band anymore, you know? Billy has a Trivium tattoo. Yeah, it's pretty cool. But the thing is, Trivium has more replay value than Breaking Benjamin. You have a Britney Spears tattoo? I have a Miley Cyrus tattoo on my foot. MJ. Wait, hang on. Nice, I'm jealous. If I had to get a tattoo, I would get a Metallica tattoo. Metallica has been one of my favorite bands for years. That's reasonable. MJ, so you know that video that Mr. Wiggles posted about pop being better than metal? Somebody actually gave that video a like. I am so confused. I mean, the only reason why I would think that someone would give it a like is because of the amusement out of it. It's the only reason why I can see someone giving that video a like is for the amusement. Other than that, it's just plain out ridiculous. If they took that video seriously, then that would be sad, yeah. Cannibal Corpse, not really a Cannibal Corpse guy, Silent Death, sorry. Not really for you. Me either. Yeah, I haven't really listened to Possessed. Yeah, death metal isn't really my thing. The only band in that subgenre I really like is Death, honestly. They are satanic, I think. Yeah, I can tell by their name. Although I try not to judge, but at the same time, it doesn't surprise me. I'm someone who tries to be a little more open minded about the whole like satanic deal because anymore I try to take things with a little more consideration. Like I think, okay, is like am I like is this really a band that's like really trying to summon the devil, or or is it just something that I'm kind of having a misconception about? And are the lyrics the way they are just to be edgy, you know? Because I get that there's bands out there that just call themselves satanic just for shock value. What's my favorite album cover by Death? Good question. I think they're all. I'd have to go with their last three albums: Individual Thought Patterns, Symbolic, Sound of Perseverance. They all have cool um, album covers. But yeah, I still do consider myself to be someone who does still steer away from the satanic metal, only because I'm just not sure, you know? I'm not sure what some of these bands' intentions are, you know? Not only that, but I gotta think about my earthly situation. MJ knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, it's not easy being a metalhead. So, guys, I thought of this video idea that I actually had recorded. I was thinking about either just uploading it or redoing it, but it's actually it's actually a video about what were to happen if I never got into metal. And I basically try to predict what would have happened. Infinite Line there. Oh, I know Silent Death. Oh man. I was I was recommended to check out one of their songs one day. Yeah, it was something else. Yeah, no. I feel like they're one of those bands that just exists for shock value. Like, I'd be really curious to know who is actually a fan of them. Rich is a fan. Wow. Rather listen to Suicide Silence or Whitechapel. I'm not a fan of either of those bands, but I'd have to agree with you, Silent Death. But yeah, that band is like MJ. I don't think you're that familiar with them, but from what I was recommended, I mean, they make Cannibal Corpse look like they could be on K Love. Don't hurt yourself, Silent Death. Or there's two ends. Yeah, not for me. Oh, you. Oh, yeah. Didn't they get banned from Spotify or something? Not that I would be surprised, but those lyrics are disgusting. Yeah, indeed they are. The comment sections in their lyric videos are funny though, because I think someone was like, "Yeah, definitely a Christian band." Oh, do I like Tenacious D? I never heard of them. They sound like they'd be related to me. Oh yeah, you know I had to. Jack Black and Kyle. Hmm. Oh, they're like a so they're like a comedic band. But yeah, not really a death metal guy, but I do like the band Death. But you know what I think is worse than death metal is deathcore, especially the core. Yeah, black metal is worse. Deathcore is down there for me too, though. Unlistenable, yeah. I've never been a big fan of deathcore. I mean, I think Impending Doom is an okay deathcore band, but other than them, I can't really. I don't know. Definitely not a subgenre that I'm into. Viking metal. Yeah, I really don't understand the point of Viking metal. Yeah, don't tell Ravan I said Viking metal. Yeah, that's funny. That's funny that he says he doesn't understand Viking metal, but yet he likes it. The thing is, he doesn't even know he likes it, or he's trying to keep it secret. Have you ever heard of grindcore? I have. What is grindcore exactly? I imagine it's something I'm not gonna like though. Yeah, MJ, that's funny. Because I think it when we were in the chat, I think you were going to get dinner or something. He was going on about like Winter Sun Time 2 or whatever. I don't keep up with Winter Sun these days. I mean, I don't think Winter Sun are a bad band, but I mean, I don't know. The whole thing is with Viking metal is I don't understand why it exists. Like what year is it? And we still need music that sounds like Viking. That's kind of how I look at it. I think that subgenre is like not meant for Americans per se. I think that's why I have a hard time getting into a lot of like melodic death metal and Viking metal, folk metal, is because they're I don't think they're intended to be like appealing to Americans, if that makes sense. So you don't like Rammstein? Do they? I hear that they all their lyrics are in German. Is that true? And I'm not. Yes, that's true. I think. Wow. Grindcore is a mix between hardcore punk and heavy metal. Huh. Sounds interesting. So, what bands would you consider grindcore then? Wow. Most creative comment ever. Yeah. Why aren't you guys talking? Come on, say something. Something. Good one, MJ. This channel's really something. Um, back in his natural habitat yet? I have no idea. I think Cannibal Corpse is half grindcore. That's what I've been hearing. Not sure how true that is, though. Then again, I don't know anything about grindcore. Oh, that wasn't good. Crap, hang on. Hang on. Yes, indeed. Sorry, I'm typing to Izar White right now, so if you're sending me something, do it in a minute. I can't breathe with you laying against that. Wow, MJ. Dude, it's been really hot over here in Texas. Izar White probably talking about video games again. I don't know. Yeah, but I messed up big time. Gotta live it big time, yep. What I did was, I accidentally joined a hater of mine's chat server, and I was like, oh crap, he's gonna know I'm in there and make like a full, like, hour-long rant that I accidentally joined his server. I mean, if that's the case, that's a whole new low right there. I didn't think anything would happen, but it's so well. You know, he yeah, I'm not gonna worry about that. Oh geez, yeah. What was so bad was, like, I had no idea how to leave the server at first. I was like, oh crap, I am screwed. I am screwed. But I of course figured it out, but I just hope he wasn't in there. In there at the time. I didn't want to look to find out enough. Max in his race car bed listening to Fetty Goldfish Crackers. Yeah, probably. Alright, well, I think I'm gonna wrap up this stream. It's kind of slow paced in this chat, so yeah, I've been going on for like an hour and a half. So, it's been good talk. Glad we get to talk about music like Death and Trivium. Wait, Rich looked up news articles that support liberal views while like eating cheese puffs. Wow. Probably true though. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you guys would leave a like. And MJ, I'll talk to you in a little bit, probably. Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. And good night, you guys. Take care.